The days when he got a pimple on his forehead, they show up on time. I don't have a pimple on my forehead. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, but I do got to get this camera straight. So y'all bear with me for a little bit, rubbing on a little of this cocoa butter that the brother uses that makes me shine some oil to me. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Excuse me. Trump says attack on Ilhan Omar was staged. Do you agree? Let me get this camera straight, you guys. Let's go. Guys, catch me on a bad hair day. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not mad. You know, we can't be perfect. As long as we made it here and we showing up, I don't care. And everybody's healthy and everybody's having a fantastic day. That's all I care about. So that's all. That's how we're going to do it today. I'm going to be happy for what we do have. Like I said, I'm getting this camera straight now. Give me 1 second. Calibrate time. Also took a few of the lights out because it was very bright in here the other day. Someone told me that it needed to be a little darker, so hopefully that straightens out our situation a little bit better. But again, I hope everybody's having a fantastic morning because that's more important than everything else. You know, you have problems, but you know, you keep on pushing through. We can get past those things. So yeah, hope everybody's good this morning. Yeah, got to stay positive in what we're doing. That's how I like to do it. Hope everybody good. Come on in, everybody. Had a couple of things go on this morning that is early breaking news, so you guys can know about it coming up real soon. See, we actually have a really good shot right there coming in. I don't even think I want to mess with that. Even though it's kind of tight on the top, I'm okay with leaving that too. Actually, I'm okay with leaving it just like that. Hold on a minute. We might be in the house as long as you guys can hear me. How we doing on audio, everybody? Let me know how we doing for sound. All my sound people. Let me just straighten out this mic. It's gonna mess up a little bit because it's not straight. You know, you guys help me out with the production of the show every morning. All my co-producers. Oh, we can hear you. Okay, so let me go make sure I got it straight. Yeah. Yep, okay. As long as you can hear and see me, that is all that matters. That's right, you guys. You guys are my co-hosts. That's what I have to do sometimes. Got to work with you. So, yeah, I think we're going to call this it for this morning. Normally you do like a little bit on the top up there. Maybe I should just go ahead and do it, even though there's a whole lot on my screen. Nope, just gonna leave it just like that. I'm not gonna go greedy. Nope, not gonna go greedy. I'm leaving it alone. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Like I always tell you, couldn't win anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here, I appreciate you. Let's check our time here. We're doing pretty good on time, but we gotta do our prayers. Always gotta do the prayers. Make sure that we secure our love for everyone. Make sure that we got ourselves taken care of and covered, because we can't do anything before we get into that. Want to give praise and thanks for the Lord for getting us this far in our lives, for introducing you guys to me and myself to you, for us always having a great time to come to this platform and have a good show. Even if we're going back and forth with trolls, sometimes it does not matter. It just shows how much family we do have here. Want to give you guys great respect and great praise, and thank you for always coming through and showing your love for me, and let you know I'm always going to give you my best and always going to try to stay fair and not try to make you choose anything that I do. With that being said, I want to pray for your family as well as you, as well as the animals. Amen. Let's get into Thursday morning, you guys. It's time to get it on. January 29th, 2026. And I'm ready to go. 1 second. Let me fix this over here. Don't know why the pause button is on that screen, but guess what? It don't even matter. Because what? Okay, wait a minute. There you go. I hear you now, loud and crispy. Let's go now. I think it's time. Me, 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 me. That's right, you guys. It's almost 6 o'clock. Our bottom line time. Hope everybody's ready to go, because it's time. Yeah. Come on, come on. Don't be a slow pokey today. I'm waiting for you now. A little bit longer. And we wait. And we wait. As long as we're able to, we should be happy that we can wait. That's right, right? Come on, let's stay positive. Come on. There we go. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. Tried to change it up a little bit this morning, y'all. One more time. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. And then we throw the wave a little bit, see if he gonna come off it and just go ahead and give us that bling, bling, bling. Okay. Olay. Don't play. And you know what we got to do, right? We got to open up those pores. We got to open up those pores. All the ladies, open up those pores. Trust me, it works. Gotta open up those pores, especially for the doom. Beautiful girls all over the world. I could be chasing, but my time would be wasted. They got nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you, baby. What? They might say hi, and I might say hey, but you shouldn't worry about what they say, because they got nothing on you, baby. Nothing on you, baby. Dun, dun, dun. See, I don't really know that song like that. I don't really know that song. But you know what I do know? You know what I do know? And y'all don't remember this, but check it out. Ooh, do you really want him? Or do you really want me? Or do you really want him? What you know about? Ooh, do you really want him? Or do you really want me? Or do you really want him? I said, how could you do this to me? Two was a couple and then there was three. I saw, remember that one right there by God, right? Who? Him? Me. Do you really want him? Me. Do you really want? That was the joint right there, you guys. Y'all know how we do it in the morning. I don't have to know how to sing or really hold a tune, because I'm just happy to be alive. Why? Because it's if pump that beat. It's Thursday the 29th. That's right, y'all. It's 2026. I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Ooh, do you really want him? Or do you really want me? Or do you really want him? That's when they used to do the real Running Man, not this stupid thing that y'all do now. You want to know what the real Running Man is? I might get the neighbors mad, but this is how you do it. That's the real Running Man, okay? All of this, you're kicking and punching in the air. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Hope you guys had a fantastic morning. And guess what? I am, because what? He gave us another day and I got another chance to be here with you. So without any further ado, what do I have for you? I got trending topics, current events, my antics, and the #1 chat that's in YouTube history. Only you guys, that's right. Hope you actually knew a couple of those songs. Now, y'all can't blame me for not being able to hold a Bruno Mars song, because that guy be up in the sky with it. One of my favorite artists, I have to say, by the way. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Welcome to Our Bottom Line. We're about to get into it, you guys. Like I said, trending topics, current events, and much, much more. As you can see, we brought the lighting a little bit down to try to help out with the contrast of the screen in the back. I hope that's helping out a little bit. You guys let me know how we're looking and how we're sounding. I can't wait to get into it because we got work to do. So what does that mean? It means I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Also, let me know what time it is. That's right, 5 videos at a time. This way I'm going to put something down for us to have to talk about. And then once I come back to the chat, we'll be getting into dialogue, follow-ups, and much, much more. Like I said, we got trending topics coming in with a whole bunch of stuff that you guys are definitely going to be ready for. Without any further ado, since I'm ready to go, let's get into these titles. Let's go, you guys, let's go. What do we have here? Okay, what do we have? We have Trump says that the attack on Ilhan Omar was staged. Do you agree or do you not agree? Do you think there's someone to set that up? Or do you not agree? I don't know. You guys let me know. We got much more to get into as well, because we got JonBenet Ramsey's father responding to claims that she is in the Epstein files. You heard what I said. JonBenet Ramsey's father is responding to claims that she could possibly be in the Epstein files. We got more to go. Last but not least, we've got tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. And my apologies to you for being now 6 days late on the information. Why? I scrub and I scrub, but I never saw anything come in about this. And I have some updated information for you guys, and I think that's probably why it was hard for us to find out. New terms and agreements, slowing, advertisement having issues. People who had TikTok accounts that used to get them at least, let's say, 500 to 1,000, maybe more views, they're not getting anywhere near that now. They're probably getting 0 views. There's a reason for it. We know what it is. We're gonna tell you guys what's going on when it comes down to TikTok, as well as the illegal immigration warning that I'm gonna have for you guys that has to do with TikTok. Without any further ado, it's time to get into it, you guys. Not gonna play around here. It's time to do it. Your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Let me get this queued up here for you. Come on with this audio, let's go. I can't touch it and open it up myself now because the TV is now covering part of the speaker. But it's cool because I can still work. We got just in where President Trump is now speaking about humorous hints considering Ted Cruz for an open Supreme Court seat. What do you guys think about that? Let me see ups and downs. I got thumbs and down, ups and downs. We don't got that many. Let's go. Okay, cool. Okay, I see what we're starting off with here this morning. Let's go.
You're a very special person. Marcia, stand up, please. And a senator who's a friend of mine, you wouldn't believe that because we went through a rough campaign together. It was nasty. We got along so well. And
it's going to be a good show today, guys.
Joint rallies. Can you believe it? He wanted to get somebody action, so he's smart. He said, would you do a rally with me? But we did joint rallies, and the press used to say, will you ever, start fighting? I said, don't worry, it'll come. He said the same thing. Don't worry, it'll come. He's a very tough guy, very brilliant guy. In fact, when I said, because I had never gone into a debate before officially, my whole life was a debate, but I'd never debated before officially. And I said, let me find out about my competition. Who are these people? Because many of them, they were senators and mostly senators and governors. And I said, well, why don't we start with this guy named Ted Cruz? Let me, well, he was the best student at Harvard. #1 in his class. He was the best student at Princeton or something. And he was the national debate champion for 3 years. And I said, well, I don't like that. I didn't know that. I don't like that. And he was a very good debater, I will tell you that. He's a smart guy. But I'll never forget, because he was the first one I looked at. You know, I just joined the ranks of politics. And the first famous, that was the Rosie O'Donnell. Remember that? Only Rosie O'Donnell?
Considering Ted Cruz for an open Supreme Court seat. What do you guys think about that?
Ireland, you can keep her. Ireland has done us tremendous. The head of Ireland said, are all your people this way? We don't want that. But Ted Cruz has one thing that I like. If I ever have problems, because it's hard to get people approved, he's a brilliant legal mind. He's a brilliant man. If I nominate him for the United States Supreme Court, I will get 100% of the vote. The Democrats will vote for him because they want to get him the hell out. And the Republicans will vote for him because they want to get him the hell out too.
Hi. You funny. That was a good one right there. He don't be pulling no punches. I tell you that. He does not pull no punches. Hate him or love him, that man does not pull any punches, and y'all know what I'm talking about. We're going to keep on moving forward because he still had parts of that speech. Yes, we take chopped up parts, especially if it has something to do with information that we want to know about. Possibility of a new Supreme Court justice, want to know about that. Ethanol, as far as speaking about ethanol more and talking about a little bit about Davos and the summit that Trump again speaks about the U.S. economy. Let's get into it, you guys, and double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go.
This up there. I wouldn't have to listen. Isn't that nice? Thank you. Boy, they're good here. Do we love our law enforcement? They work very quickly. But under Sleepy Joe, we had the largest trade deficit in world history. But in 1 year, I've slashed our gaping trade deficit by a staggering 77%. How about that? What about that? That's pretty good, right? 77. Nobody's ever seen that. You know, if you slash your trade deficit by 1%, you're like a genius. They say, oh, he's very electable. He's not so electable. I did 77. I did something else, favored nations on drugs. We now are paying the lowest price anywhere in the world for drugs. In other words, we're matching favored nations. It's called most favored nations. Every other president tried for it. They didn't try very hard. They didn't get anything. I got it done. I got all the nations to agree. You think that was easy? I said, if you don't agree, we're going to put tariffs on you. They said, we agree. We agree. So you'll have a pill that costs $10, as an example, costs $10 in London, costs $130 in Des Moines, and now it's going to cost $20. Think of it. You'll go from $130 down to it's the biggest price reduction of prescription drugs in history. And going to have a huge impact.
Is this all a cover-up for the Epstein files? Stupid question, huh? Or just asking.
Impact on your health care, too. I was very proud of it. And you know, the fake news, I can't get them to talk about it. Think of it. I got the biggest price reduction in history on drugs, pharmaceuticals. I can't get these guys to talk about it. It was page like 22 in the New York Times, a little story. I just got the biggest, I can't believe it. If a Democrat got a half a point down, this is like hundreds of, depending on the way you want to calculate it, you could say it's an 80% reduction, or you could say it's 1,000% reduction. You could say whatever you want, but it's the biggest reduction in history by many, many times.
I wonder if it's already kicking into anybody in the chat or anybody that has to do buy prescription drugs, or if anybody that's actually dealing with it right now. I would love to know if it's already being felt anywhere, because that's the real test, the challenge. Because a lot of times they tell us that taxes are going down and we're going to be making so much more money. And that's not just Trump. I got to say politicians overall. So my question to you guys, because you know how I like to live in the real life aspect of things, I really want to know if you're starting to feel those effects of anything when it comes down to, you know, prices of pharmaceuticals and things like that, or if it's to come soon, because this is the most that I've heard about it myself. Let's keep on moving forward right now. Iran, is that another smokescreen to cover for the Epstein files? Again, this is not me. It's the quote of the show. It's about what the show is about today. We've got the U.S. deployed major forces near Iran now. The White House is now weighing in on the next steps. And like I told you guys, you don't have to listen to me, but I don't think that we even waste gas to send anybody out. I have a feeling that there's going to be strikes soon in Iran. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen to get those likes up. Got to get it. Let's get
This is
it going.
arriving in CENTCOM waters near Iran yesterday, holding multi-day military exercises. Should the White House decide to strike Tehran over the regime's deadly crackdown on civilian protesters? The president telling Axios, quote, "We have a big armada next to Iran, bigger than Venezuela. They want to make a deal. I know so. They called on numerous occasions. They want to talk." Now Iranian terror proxies in Yemen and Iraq are threatening an attack on American forces in the area. Joining me now, Heritage Foundation Vice President of National Security and former Deputy National Security Advisor to President Trump, Victoria Coates. Victoria, good morning. There's some new reporting this morning I wanted to ask you about. Basically that Saudi Prince Mohammed bin Salman and the UAE are telling the United States that we cannot use their airspace.
Terry said it. You do not move a carrier. What did you say? You do not move a carrier into play unless you're going to attack no matter what. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. See?
We do decide to do any type of attack on Iran. Can you explain that to us?
Well, good morning, Cheryl. Good to be with you. Yes, I mean, this is pretty standard for the region. The Gulf powers will all say you can't use our airspace, you can't use your assets in our countries, and then we do. In the event the president wants to take an action against Iran. So, as I said, that's pretty much theater. They do it for face-saving reasons. That's fine. But the reality of the situation is the president has moved remarkable assets into the region, and it's really quite a demonstration of our ability to project power. Because bear in mind, a month ago, these types of assets were all concentrated in the Caribbean in the run-up to the action against Nicolas Maduro and Venezuela.
Y'all said
now
that
we're
too?
halfway around the world.
Y'all said
we're
that too?
prepared to do whatever the commander-in-chief might order.
Y'all just said that in the chat. You just said the same thing in the chat about Venezuela.
So we'll see what he decides to do going forward. But I do think the reporting on the number of casualties in Iran on the 8th and 9th of January, when more than 10,000 people, it appears, were killed, that may be the decisive point here.
That was it.
Yeah, I want you to listen to retired General Jack.
And they're not going to let us know in the news. I'm telling you, they're waiting for a certain time. I'm telling you.
Keen. He was on the program with me yesterday. And my question to him from a military perspective was how would this take place if the United States takes action against Iran? Listen to what Jack Keen told me yesterday.
Oh, don't tell them.
I think what this is really about is holding the regime accountable, as you indicated, for the thousands that have been killed, and also the tens of thousands that have been in prison. And the president said he would do just that. And I think it's also about trying to cut off the head of the snake here. In other words, the regime is the snake, and we're trying to get the leaders out of there so some kind of transition can take place. Just the threat of this happening has to be weakening the resolve of the leaders around the Ayatollah. They are weak politically, economically, and militarily, and really on the cusp of not being even able to recover any of this because of the economic situation in such poor shape militarily.
Victoria, Iran is...
Their money is going up and down. We reported that the other day. You could buy something for $2 today, and tomorrow it's at $1.43. And then not only that, they added more implementation of taxes. It was crazy. So people just started going in the streets going crazy with it. Like, hey, you already KILL in us. We might as well go out with a bang. Let's keep on moving, you guys. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up if you appreciate the content that we're getting, trying to get us information from everywhere, especially if we can stay on topic and stay on point. Let's get on over to now this harrowing video that shows a Ukrainian train that was hit by a Russian drone. You're gonna hear a little bit of information on the sidelines after you see the impact. Just want you guys to know this is a pretty graphic situation right here. And I just want to say, can't we all just get along? Because why you hit a train? What does a moving train with pedestrian have to do with what you guys got going on? Let's keep on moving forward over here. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. I don't like to see stuff like this. This is crazy. Let me open the screen up a bit.
Сука. Вот он, блядь, пидорасы.
And yes, there were civilians in this train, in that car.
Вот он русня. По цивильному вагону, сука. Уебаны.
There were people in that car.
Твари, блядь. Говорит.
Давай, туда.
Подожди, положу.
Воно там, давай, высказывай.
Документы, блядь. Сюда иди. Аккуратно. Бери чемодан. До мене сюди. Мужики, помагайте, йдіть сюди. Сюди пошли. Возьми.
Показала.
Пошли. Возьми чемодан, поможи, братина. З днем народження.
Stop it, nigga. Stop it. Yeah, it's not too much that needs to be said when something like that happens right there. I do want to pray for the people that lost their lives in that tragic event right there on that train. I'm so sorry that happened. I hope you guys don't take it out on me or anything for showing it. It's just that it's really hard for me to handle when it comes down to stuff like that, when it's just human life I know that's been lost in a tragic event like that. I really apologize for even showing it, but I just wanted people to see what was going on out there. And I think that this war really needs to come to an end, and we really need to see the people that's being affected by it. I want to pray for every single person that was affected, as well as their families. And just say amen, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. Yeah, let's try to, grab the baby off the, what if it was on, don't even know if there was other babies on that other car. Shit. Okay, we got to get on over to Ohio, where Trump speaks on midterms, say that there would be a lot led to lose if things go in a sequence of the GOP loses the midterms, all right? Because he's saying that normally when a president wins, the midterms are a harder place for them to continue winning, and this is a very vital time, I guess, for the Republican Party, and they really have to come out strong when it comes down to the midterms. I apologize for messing up a little bit right there, but that's hard, and I promise you I'm pushing through right now to really just stay on topic of this story, this one.
But even if you have any great, it's like in the last 50 years, they've won it twice. Can you believe it? If something happens, there's a screw turns with the voters. So even if it's a Democrat or Republican, whoever wins the presidency has a hard time with the midterm. If we lose the midterms, you'll lose so many of the things that we're talking about, so many of the assets that we're talking about, so many of the tax cuts that we're talking about. And it would lead to very bad things. We got to win the midterms. I mean, I'm here because I love Iowa, but I'm here because we're starting the campaign to win the midterms. We got to win the midterms. That means Senate, and it means House. Gotta win them. It's crazy. You know, you'd think it would be like a 50-50 deal or something. It's like, for some reason, and this is Democrat too. Democrat wins the presidency. For some reason, they lose the midterms. Now, maybe they don't campaign as hard because they've campaigned. I don't know, but I campaign hard. We gotta win the midterms. So remember that you gotta get out and you gotta vote. The midterms are very important. We're gonna really work hard on winning the midterms. We have great candidates. Again, Senate and House. We have great candidates. We got to win them, and we have candidates that rule with common sense, not this craziness. You know, we're not going to be supporting transgender for all, men men and women's sports.
I'm glad he said that, because now I can get on a whole nother topic that I am very serious about and push through, because again, I'm just gonna go there. I'm gonna really go hard today. I'm gonna really try to be straight on point and straight on time. Thinking about this situation now, there's only a certain amount of years, I'm just going there straight up. We only got a certain amount of years where we got Trump that's gonna be in office. We only have a certain amount of years where we have a person that's gonna be in office that isn't for everything in this category that he's against. Meaning another person that comes in office that's okay with transgender. Meaning soon there's gonna be another person that comes in office that's gonna be opening the borders again. Think about it the worst way. Let's go all the way out now, because we always think 5 moves ahead. My thing is about what are we gonna do now in preparation? Because sadly, Republican or Democrat, no matter what the situation is, this is prep time for what's about to happen after his term. Straight up and down. If there's another Republican that comes in and keeps the same things going on in the agenda, then that's going to be a possibility. But let's say another Democrat or another person comes into office, we might get right back what we lost, even more, 3 or 4 times the overpopulation, the illegal immigration. It might even get even worse. Just putting it out there like that. I've been feeling it, and I've always wanted to say it. And you can tell certain areas of small areas of where it's being accepted by looking at sanctuary cities and sanctuary states that are adaptive to those policies and that are not abiding by the federal laws when it comes down to transgenders and all of this stuff that comes down to schools. My main point about what I just said is I do not agree with anything that has to do with transgenders, in school. I mean, dealing with men in sports, women's sports. I don't like transgenders sashaying and dancing up and down in front and back of kindergartners. I am not okay with the books that you're trying to teach the education. I'm not okay with any of that. So, and then anything along those lines. So please don't try to alienate me and say, oh, he's the whatever. That is the part of Trump that I actually agree with and why I'm okay with this, okay? Same reason why Jasmine Crockett might say something that I might agree with, or another person might say. So don't try to say, oh, no, that's how we think over here. If it makes common sense, we roll with it. I don't believe everything he say, straight up and down. I don't believe everything my mother says. Eat that thing over there. I ate it. Mommy, I knew that there was a roach on it. Eat it. Next thing you know, threw it up, and there was a roach inside of what I threw up. Mommy ain't always right.
Open borders. Open borders. The worst is open borders because, you know, I take care of things and, you know, inflation I had to beat very quickly and all. But this open border thing, you know, it's a lot of work. Taking criminals in that they allowed into our country where the jails are opened up. Remember, the jails, the prisons all over, from all over the world, they're opened up. The Congo, all over South America, Venezuela, they open up their jails. We got to get them out. I mean, it's really, really, we can never forget what that group of morons did to this country.
And I'm going to shake it up a little more to get you guys out there for the midterms. If you don't get out there and do what you got to do, it could be 3 times or 5 times worse. I am not with it. I'm not with the illegals coming over here, taking our money, taking our resources, just not with certain things. That's it.
We can never forget. And we've got to win the midterms. That's why we've got to win the midterms.
Did you lose a lot of money, sports?
And even if it's not with him, even if it's not with them, even if it's with the Dems, if it makes sense and it's going to be, I'm still I'm sorry, I was born in 1973, baby. I was born in 73. When I was able to understand what was going on, they said, yeah, your dad was in the Army and your grandfather was in the Army right before that. So I was like, wow. I looked up to the services, started telling me all of these stories and stuff that they did. I was like, America ain't that bad after all if you want to work. My grandmother was an operator at Ma Bell. I'm talking about Ma Bell back in the day. I'm talking about some real stuff. Remember the building downtown when you go across the bridge? It used to be Bell Atlantic. Started off at so many different places. We went to Verizon, AT&T. I remember that thing had a bell on it. I used to go pick up my grandmother at lunchtime. It's called Ma Bell. Used to be impressed that she was making $100 a day when she was an operator. And she lived in Flatbush, 75 East 56th Street. Stop playing with your boy. Let's keep on moving forward. What does Washington think? Josh Harley asked point blank about the attack on Ilhan Omar. Was it staged? What do you guys think? Do you guys think it was staged? It's right there on the front of the board. You see the guy running up on her. See Ilhan right there. Do you think that this cop possibly was staged? Because she did act like she was trying to give him the 2-piece and a biscuit.
What's your reaction to that? Oh, this needs to stop. You know, listen, I have said, I don't care who does the attacking or the disrupting. That's wrong, and it's also illegal. I mean, I think she had something sprayed in her face. You know, I mean, I'm an old law professor, under tort law, that's an assault. I mean, that counts as assault. So you can dislike a person's positions. I was saying to somebody here today, I've had a lot of people
head nod,
express very
switchboards with real
dislike
ladies
my positions.
connected
That's
lines
totally
to talk.
fine.
There you go,
I mean,
Matthew.
that is their prerogative. And that's what I'm here for. So you can dislike somebody's positions. You can be vocal about that. You want to protest somebody, that's fine. Have at it.
I believe in all this.
Disrupting their meetings, their rallies, their town halls, and assaulting them, like that's.
I'm going to go even further. Messing around with police when they're doing investigations. Messing around with ICE when they're out there arresting people that they got warrants for. Getting in the middle of getting in the middle of arrests when somebody's supposed to be legally taken up out of here. We don't care about your reason and your argument for why you don't think morally they need to leave. If a judge said it's time for them to go, and there's an officer coming to pick somebody up and lock them up, I don't see nobody outside in the front of my crib when the detectives pop out and they got the piece of paper and you like this. You looking out the window like, yo, I hope they ain't coming to get me. Oh my God. Remember them days? I don't know if you get down, but like, oh my God, I hope they ain't coming to get me. Yeah, then all of a sudden you see them come out the building with somebody, and then they get in the car like, oh, they got such and such. Yeah. That's how we live out here sometimes. It's real. Let's keep on moving, you guys.
I mean, no
the
way.
president came out and said that he thought this was staged, the Ilhan Omar attack. Are you okay with him saying that?
But I have no knowledge about that one way or the other.
But should he be saying that?
Well, I don't even know what he meant.
Egghead here, we already been doing research on Lego my ego. His head is, I thought my head was big. When it come down to this guy right here, he looked like one of those things that they call, I forgot what they call it, one of those toys. His joint is ridiculously large. And he always has a way of saying something sarcastic or trying to get somebody to just, go left to give them some zesty words or whatever. He's like that. I don't really particularly like this guy. He's kind of one of them dudes that you see in school back in the day and be like, oh, my bad. Yeah, that was one of them dudes right there. Go tell on you. Bugatti's over there doing such and such, right? Oh, yeah, I know. Boo back right up in the corner somewhere. Yeah, I know I shouldn't be like that, but just some people, you just wanna, just wanna.
This is the first time I've heard it, but I will just say this. I think we need to be real clear that, as I just said, you can disagree with somebody, and if you want to go to somebody's event, listen, I have protesters at my events all the time, and that's First Amendment protected. You want to go protest, have at it, but you don't assault people.
And you're talking about the same topic, so I'm not going to assault them. All right. Okay, Josh, you're right. You're right.
And the president has repeatedly
but I'll assault you with words, egghead.
Things. Doesn't he bear some responsibility to bring down that temperature when she has been directly attacked?
Well, if you're asking me, do I think he's in some way, in any way, responsible for the attacks? No, I mean, I don't know who the attacker was. I'm sure I assume his or her name is public record, but that's that.
You're talking pretty low right there. Let's get into some real information. I think we actually have some video footage of this situation actually happening. There was somebody in the chat that said that there's a head nod that they was possibly made to to alert him to when to move. I also saw a couple, I've been watching this scene for a while now, because they said he was there sipping water, getting himself riled up. They also said that he has a history of being driving while impaired. Few different things that they said about him. So I'm not too particularly sure if it was a setup or maybe something just triggered this guy to do this. But it's funny how he was sitting right at that first seat, right on the corner edge right there, and feet away from her. It's kind of crazy, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go.
Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
President Donald Trump dismissed an attack against Representative Ilhan Omar, who was sprayed with an unknown substance by an attendee of her town hall event in Minneapolis. Trump told an ABC reporter, quote, "I think she's a fraud. I really don't think about that. She probably had herself sprayed knowing her." But Republican lawmakers aren't ready to dismiss the attack on Omar. Representative Nancy Mace says, quote, "Regardless of how vehemently I disagree with her rhetoric, and I do, no elected official should face physical attacks. This is not who we are." The Capitol Police released its threat assessment case numbers for 2025 as the news of the attack on Omar broke. The agency investigated 14,938 threat concerns toward members of Congress, their staff, their families, and the Capitol grounds in 2025. This number increased 35% from 9,474 cases in 2024.
No, your boy got more. You know, we got more. I wanted to dig into this. I really wanted to get into this. I'm like, yo, this really, I can't call it because, you know, when nothing happens, it makes you wonder like, And then when you start really investigating, you guys are talking about a head nod and then possibly staged. I'm like, yo, I wonder, at some point they got to say what was in that syringe. So I went looking and trying to find out what they put in the syringe. And when y'all find out what's in the syringe, oh my God. All of this for this. Oh, matter of fact, I'm not even going to say enough, and I'm going to open this up right now. I'm going to let Inside Edition tell you, because you know how we do. We got to peel the onion back as far as we can go. But if you guys appreciate the content that you're getting and the way that we're going about this, I'd appreciate if you can get those likes up. Double tap that screen so more people know what's going on over here. Let me tell you what it does. You hit that like button. YouTube sees all of those likes. Oh, a notification goes up. YouTube puts up the header. And then people that's on YouTube right now get a chance to see it because it's current events and what's going on right now. Bugatti, whatever the show is, right? Then the next thing you know, they hit it, boop, and then they come over here and they say, what's going on over here? And I got it from there, dog. I got it from there. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is steer him over here, like Scrappy do say, let me at him, I'll splat him, Uncle Scooby. Let's go, let's double tap that screen, get those likes up, because y'all not, let's go. Let's see what the substance was.
Scary attack at a town hall meeting. We are learning more about the moment Congresswoman Ilhan...
As a matter of fact, let's do something on that. What do you think the liquid was? Was it excrement? Let's go there. That's right. That's what they do when you go to jail. They put a little bit of that boo-boo with a little bit of that pee-pee on the guard, and they call that an assault. So was it that? Was it something real nasty like that? Was it iced tea? Was it, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think it was. Let me see in the chat what you guys think it was. Do me a favor right there while they tell us what it was. I want you guys to also put it up there while they tell us what it was.
Ilhan Omar was attacked while speaking about the ICE drama in Minneapolis. A man in the front row jumped from his seat with a syringe and sprayed her with a smelly mystery liquid. So what was it? Here's Stephen Fabian.
H+OUR.
What was the mysterious brown substance sprayed at Congresswoman Ilhan Omar by an unhinged whack job?
Okay.
The far-left firebrand Congresswoman looked like she was about to deck the guy.
Bitch, please, you're weak old arms. What you gonna do?
He was quickly wrestled to the ground by security.
Oh my God, he sprayed something on her.
I need a napkin.
Her staff urges her to leave the event and get checked out at a hospital, but she is determined to carry on.
He sprayed fleece. You need to go
There you
get
go.
checked.
Somebody got it.
It smells terrible.
CNN reporter Sarah Seidner was in the room.
Her staff obviously very, very tense at the time, concerned for her and for their own safety.
So what was it? There are some pretty gross theories out there. Some are suggesting it could have been bodily fluid. Others say it looks like the kind of foul-smelling spray you can buy at a joke shop. Well, it turns out now we may know. According to reports, it was apple cider vinegar.
Are you okay?
Omar had this to say when her town hall in embattled Minneapolis was over.
I survived war?
Thinking like the criminal or the enactor. If I put something really on her that's gonna hurt her, that's a real assault right there, and I'll get time for it. We going there. I told you we going there today. I'll get time for it. if she staged this thing, look, I want you to skeet something on me, but it can't be anything that hurts me. Could that be that? Or I'm only going to spray this kind of apple cider vinegar on her to make sure that if I do get in trouble for doing it, they do a test, it's apple cider vinegar. Like when you're outside selling dummies, if you know what dummies are, y'all don't know what dummies are. And then Popo run up on you, and then they lock you up, and then they take you to the priest and they be like, that wasn't Krizak, that was plaster. Get out of here. We've done it all in our day. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, boy. We got to keep on moving forward. Like I said, this is going to be a real good story today. I told you. The show is going to be fantastic today. You guys need to stick around. Hit that like button. If you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. I'm telling you, it's about to turn up. Let's keep on moving forward right now. She says, I survived war. I'm definitely going to survive intimidation. Definitely. She's not going for it, you guys. She's a rough one there. And is this some way for her to try to stand and make her posture if it's not real? If it's a possibility? Somebody know what them dummies mean. That's what I see the laughter in the comments. Somebody like, y'all know what dummies are.
Omar had this to say when her town hall in embattled Minneapolis was over.
I survived war, and I'm definitely going to survive intimidation and whatever these people think they can throw at me.
We're also learning more about her assailant today. Here he is moments before the attack. Video shows him positioned front and center well before Omar stepped up to speak. He was also seen nervously gulping from a water bottle. And does he look like he's under the influence of something? He's been identified as 55-year-old Anthony Kazmierzak, a divorced father of 2. He said, I'm going to this Omar thing. A neighbor was quoted as saying, I might get arrested. He has 2 previous DUI convictions, and based on his Facebook page, he appears to be a Trump supporter. The president was asked for his reaction to the attack, and he responded, she probably had herself sprayed, knowing her. Meanwhile, we're hearing from the lady in pink, the eyewitness who was just 10 feet from Alex Preddy when he was shot to death by ICE agents.
I want people to know who I am, so I'm not just the pink jacket lady.
Stella Carlson, a children's entertainer, broke down on CNN as she spoke about what she saw.
I mean, I watched him die. I remember him arching his back and his head rolling back, and it was so fast moving, but not for me.
And we've learned the 2 agents involved in the shooting of ICU nurse Alex Preddy have been put on paid administrative leave. This comes after the Trump administration acknowledged they may have broken protocol before the shooting.
Definitely wanted to leave that there so that you can see where the stages of that case is at right now. Also wanted to speak to you guys on that topic right there because of the simple fact that just because you're the general in a war, let's look at it like that, or the leader of something, or the president, or you're the manager at Popeyes. When that person starts to steal, it's not your fault. You didn't know that they were going to steal. You put them to the job to do a certain thing. That could be the same situation when it comes down to these specific agents that are acting out and that are doing things that they're not supposed to do when it comes down to initiating contact, when it comes down to people. Some of them get to a breaking point. Some of them, like the other one prior, that they said the reason why he did what he did was because of being dragged 100 yards. So when it comes down to those flashback moments, I have to say something about that as well. It's hard to not reflect on what you've been dealing with in the past, but emotionally, it probably will make you lash out in the wrong way, or maybe do something in a faster way, which you didn't have to. Like a negative reaction is what I'm trying to say. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up because we got to get over to your girl. That's right, Nikki. And guess what she says? She says to her haters, know what that means? She's going to be the #1 Trump supporter no matter what they say. And I'm talking about, I can't believe she did this. Is it true? I have a question. Is it true that her Instagram account is now down and that she lost over 10 million followers once she started to get behind Trump? Just wanted to know that, you guys, because I honestly try to stay away from entertainment news, but when it breaks like this, it kind of makes me actually want to look into it a little more. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with this. Let's go.
You want to come up? You want to come up? Mr. Wonderful, come on up here. You've been terrific. Come on up.
Notice how she has on the fur to cover the BBL drizzy. BBL drizzy. She's trying to cover the BBL up as much as she can.
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's gonna motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, you know, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
Yes, you should. You don't even have to ask. Yeah, you should go.
Thank you.
Now he gonna really make y'all feel bad about it. All the rappers and everybody that don't like Trump up next to Nicki Minaj. This next 5 seconds is gonna rub you the wrong way when I feel the magic in my hand when he touch and holds her hand the regular way. They're gonna be pissed off about this one.
On behalf of all the entrepreneurs in America.
At this point, just want you guys to know, they are not looking at Mr. Wonderful at all. He might as well be up there like this. Abba-dooba, Baba Biba, ba-baba-dooba, Baba Biba. They really looking at Nikki and what Trump doing.
America, I'd like to thank you, Mr. President, because we create 72% of the jobs. Companies 5 to 500 employees, and all we care about is policy. We love policy, pro-business policy, and these accounts are fantastic for independence and support.
Now that's a statement right there. She didn't have to say anything. When she went up there and held his hand like that, woo, child, things are gonna get crazier. I don't know what the tabloids said after that. I know they probably went cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got to get a little bit serious right here. Let's get on to this next thing. What we got? Nicki Minaj over Cardi B. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, homie. Because that's the girl right there. I can't even hold you. She got some heat when it comes down to them songs, especially that new album. That new album is fire. Can't front on a Body Gang like that. You know what I'm saying? But she got some heat too. I ain't gonna lie. I like Nicki Minaj, but can't front on Cardi B with that song that she has with our boy Bruno Mars. I love that song. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up, you guys. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. Right now, we're about to get into the next clip with the Epstein information, with JonBenet Ramsey's dad responding to claims that she is in the Epstein files. Heard a lot about this girl. Also heard about the girl from Poltergeist. If you guys didn't know anything about that, how it really gets deep, let me know about that. If anybody knows about that situation, the Poltergeist girl and what possibly happened to her. Yeah, let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Let me see. No, we already got you up out of there, and now we got to get down to this JonBenet Ramsey. Let's go.
Ramsey is setting the record straight about a new rumor involving his daughter JonBenet Ramsey and Jeffrey Epstein. After a TikTok video recently circulated claiming the child beauty queen is in the Epstein files and that the millionaire convicted sex offender had a relationship with her, JonBenet's father is speaking out, telling TMZ January 27th, absolutely no truth to it. I haven't seen this, but with AI, anything is possible. I figured one of these days I would be accused of being an Epstein pal. Hasn't happened yet. Internet people can be very cruel. The viral video also alleges that Epstein's co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell, who was found guilty on several charges including sex trafficking of a minor, was at JonBenet's 6th birthday party. Another claim John denies. E! News has reached out to John for comment but hasn't yet heard back. These conspiracy theories come 30 years after JonBenet was found sexually assaulted, beaten, and strangled in the basement of her family's Boulder, Colorado home the day after Christmas. Following her death, authorities initially suspected parents John and Patsy Ramsey. However, they were never prosecuted. Patsy later died in 2006, and the case of JonBenet's mysterious murder remains unsolved.
I don't know, you guys. They got all these conspiracy things going on. I actually have not seen the clip that they're talking about from TikTok. If anybody has saw it, let me know what you saw and what it's about, because it's probably something that could be AI generated. And with the thirst to get any sort of information, people are just doing whatever they can to try to get clicks. So never know. We got to be real careful and thorough with all of the information that we're getting now on. Let's keep on moving forward to these special privileges and much more from the minimum security that's in Bryant, Texas. I know we spoke about some of the privileges, but I don't know if you guys dug into knowing exactly what they've got going on when it comes down to Ghislaine Maxwell. I still think that there's a possibility that she's going to be trying to go for a pardon. What do you guys think? She's already getting special privileges already, except for being able to play with those and train those puppies.
And has learned that Ghislaine Maxwell has been getting special treatment inside of a minimum security prison in Texas, where she's currently serving 20 years for child sex trafficking. Sources who are familiar with Maxwell's life inside prison tell us that she has unlimited access to toilet paper, for example. The typical inmate gets just 2 rolls per week. At one point, she was getting her meals and mail delivered to her cell.
You balling if you got toilet paper in jail. Wow. The stuff that's what people need to think about. All that crime, all the stuff that you're doing, and you wind up being happy that you can get an extra roll of toilet paper. It's not worth it, man. Might as well do it the legal way. I say just work and try to do the best that you can.
She's also been allowed to use the chaplain's office inside the chapel for guests visiting outside of visitation hours. And Maxwell's arrival at this prison has really had a chilling effect on the other inmates there. We're told that the warden at the prison had a town hall where she basically told all the inmates, do not talk about Maxwell. And one inmate who did talk to a reporter was reprimanded and sent out of Bryan to a higher security prison. And we are told that this kind of
reprimanding them like crazy. Oh yeah, you want to tell them what's going on in here? We're going to kick you out to a higher max. And now everybody going to see what happened to you. And now everybody like this. Don't tell them what you see, whatever she's doing, don't tell. Probably not until they get out. You're going to probably hear stories about what else she's been doing because they're scared to tell now.
thing has happened to several other inmates. The Bureau of Prisons tells CNN that this is not special treatment, but necessary treatment, given how high profile Maxwell is and the threats that have been made to Maxwell's life. CNN has learned that Ghislaine...
Yeah, so we on it. We know that's the most that we're going to get out of them this week because they've been suppressing these files and they've been really acting up. They've been acting up on these Epstein files, you guys. You know your boy likes to get to the bottom of stuff, but I don't want to start researching old stuff if there's not anything to counter, because that's how we do it. Once we get some new file information, I like to go digging back years to see what's going on with the information that they've dropped on us, to see about the reporters, to see what the witnesses had to say back then. Keep on moving forward and double tap that screen. Another very important and vital story that is coming up. Again, I have to apologize to you guys for not being on top of this. I am 6 days, that's right, 6 days late on this topic, and why I'm apologizing is it's a very serious matter. Has to do with security, has to do with your privacy, has to do with if you utilize TikTok to make money, if you've been a content creator selling the adjusters for the cameras, if you've been trying to sell cream, whatever you've been trying to sell on TikTok and you've been in the past probably doing 5,000, 10,000 views, there's a reason now that you're only getting 0 views or maybe 50 or 100. Why? Because ByteDance has officially sold the TikTok to United States and to American buyers. The same person that bought BET and other platforms now own TikTok. That means that there are new laws for TikTok, new user-friendly agreements and things of that nature that have to do with personal information, address, bank accounts if you have anything linked up to that has to do with what bank you use and things of that nature. Also, something else that no one was thinking about. Due to the fact that they have facial recognition now, let's say that one of your family members is in a photo. Yes, that can happen as well. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but you know what I mean. Or let's say that one of your family members is an illegal immigrant, and you actually happen to live in the same place that they do. They got so much tracking things that are going on now. We don't know if that's possibility of why they've done the things that they're doing now. So I would just suggest that illegal immigrants, if you really want to try to stay here, I know people are going to be mad for me telling them this, you might want to get rid of or not have a TikTok account. Because now your TikTok information has to do with who you are, your address, and all your vital information. People are going to be like, yo, Bugatti, why you told them? Yeah, I just figured I'd do that. Give them a little heads up because they're probably going to ignore me anyway. Let's keep on moving forward and get into the story, though.
I know for the last several days now, TikTok creators have been sounding the alarm, saying views and engagement have plunged. Scripps News business and tech correspondent Mara Barrett is live right now in Denver. And Mara, how widespread are these issues, and what does TikTok say they think is going on?
Well, Del, if you spend any time on social media over the past several days, you'll see people, creators, users complaining about the fact that their videos aren't uploading on TikTok, and even when they do, they're going through a review period, they're getting 0 views, they're not getting any engagement, and compared to their previous posts, they're not getting anywhere close to what they typically do. And so a lot of speculation and suggestions that this suppression is tied to these creators speaking out politically. A lot of the times these specific creators criticizing the Trump administration, criticizing the ICE deployments in Minnesota, what we saw happen in Minnesota over the weekend. And so there's a lot of accusations about TikTok stifling content based on political bias. Now, TikTok, on the other hand, denies this, saying that the glitches they're facing is not due to politics, but in fact tied to a major power outage linked to one of their U.S. data center partners from over the weekend. Now, we did get an update from TikTok's joint ventures spokesperson this morning saying that there have been significant updates in terms of rectifying the U.S. infrastructure that caused these glitches, emphasizing again this is impacting all U.S. users, but that the U.S. user experience may still have some technical issues, including when posting new content. So it remains to be seen as the country restores and gets back online after this weekend storm, if that fixes these glitches, but it appears that the damage...
Who was knocked off because of the weekend storm? What are you talking about? I was online the whole time. They ain't got nothing to do with it.
And may have already been done. We've seen a plethora of users leaving the app, saying they're deleting their account. One market analyst team that studies digital activity tells me that TikTok app uninstalls just over the last 5 days has increased 130% compared to what we typically see and what we have seen in the last month. So definitely a very pointed boycott, even if TikTok maintains that this is just a glitch, Del.
Exactly. You know what's
Mara,
up.
there's also backlash over the changes in terms of service that we're hearing about. What do they look like?
And this is something that started percolating, Del, before I saw the accusations about the videos and the issues with the glitches, right? So when the joint venture passed last week, when the deal was finalized, the new ownership pushed out a new terms of service, saying this is a new corporate entity. Here are some new terms of service for you to agree to if you're going to continue to use our app. And
did you guys know about the terms of the user terms changing last week? You might have to agree to them just to keep on moving forward to your account. You didn't look at those terms, huh?
People on social media, when they clicked into it, were appalled to see that TikTok was saying, hey, we're going to track information like your gender identity, your racial background, your medical history, your sexual orientation, your immigration status. And so understandably, people were very freaked out seeing this. But I should point out, I was able to go back and review the Internet Archive, the different versions of TikTok's terms of service over the past several years. And it dates back, that language tracking, that kind of data actually dates back to July July of 2024. So it has been baked in to the terms of service for several years now. But of course, many people are guilty of not reading through terms of services, especially when they get incrementally updated. And so that appears to be something that was snuck in several years ago. I will say there is new language surrounding tracking geolocation data, so tracking your
geolocation data. Are you guys following me on this?
Precise data or location, excuse me, when you are on the TikTok app. So that is something that is important to be aware of. That is something that TikTok says you can turn off as well. I spoke with Sarah Krebs. She is the director of the Tech Policy Institute. And because these are understandably concerning things for users to see, I asked, does this align, the TikTok terms of service, does it align with other social media platforms' terms of service? And here's what she said.
As far as I can tell, they are totally aligned with what we see on other social media platforms. But I do think it raises the whole reason why we need to have trust in what we're using, because once there's kind of an insinuation of doubt about, ownership and conflicts of interest, those kinds of questions, then I think people will kind of put two and two together and get three and attribute whatever changes they see to some sort of politically motivated, ideology. And I think we are in a very charged moment right now.
So this may be a lesson to periodically check in and read our terms of service agreements with the various apps or companies that we contract with.
I'm telling you guys right now, start to really pay attention to those user agreements. Also, anytime you use an app, the first thing that you really should do is read about the app and what it's for. You might look at somebody else and say, hey, they got an Instagram page, I'm gonna get one. And then you start doing all sorts of stuff on your Instagram page and you say, wait, why am I not getting the traction that they got? Well, maybe you're not doing the right thing. TikTok is for this. Tagged is for lovers. This one is for this. You have to realize that you have to basically do the functions, work the functions that app is providing you for, not try to make it do things that it's not supposed to, or work in an area that doesn't have the demo that you're looking for. You have to pay attention to what the app is telling you to do, as far as like if you're trying to be appealing and get their demo. That's on a secondary. But first of all, you need to find out what are the user terms, what do they want from you, why do they want to track you, what's the use of them trying to keep your user information, because a lot of times they want to sell that information to other companies and have that, oh, we know this many people that are this age, this is how much money they make, we even know, what they watch on television, we even know what they eat. That's what I'm talking about. The more information that you have on a large group of people, the more that you can sell it to companies that want that information, or the wrong people. Let's keep it moving forward and double tap that screen, because we got to get on to New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Anywhere, it's up to you, New York. New York. That's right, you guys. Let's get over to the Bronx, where I will be singing that song one day in Yankee Stadium. God bless me. Let's get it going, you guys. Let's pray it up. Make it happen one day for real. Man charged in an Italy Bronx high-rise fire. Explosion. You guys saw the fire the other day when you and I were looking at it, and I told you that came from a gas fire, and that was coming directly from gas because of the blue flame. And I made a comment and said that they couldn't put it out with water. Maybe I was wrong with that part, but everything else that I said was correct, because I knew that was a gas flame. And now we find out that a imperial, stupid idiot who needs his ass whooped ridiculously is the reason behind this problem. We're talking about a crackhead, homeless crackhead, who went to his ex-girl's house and tried to steal the stove. Ripped the stove out of the wall, puts it on the elevator, and leaves out of the building. Gas is leaking. People don't know what's going on. Boom, out of nowhere. That's what happened the other day, you guys. Why that story happened. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. I'm just telling you the other side of that story, because this is crazy. Can't believe it.
In our other breaking story tonight, an arrest in connection with a deadly fire at an apartment building in the Bronx. The man under arrest accused of trying to steal a stove and letting out the gas that sparked the explosion. Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon with details.
Nigga, steal a refrigerator. Like, what are you doing? Who's that stupid to take the stove out the wall when the gas is cut? This is an imperial crackhead, not just a regular crackhead. I'm talking about this is one of the highest when it comes to crackhead moves right here.
On the arrest and how police say this all unfolded.
This is the man allegedly caught on video pushing a stove out of his ex-girlfriend's Bronx apartment Friday night. Tonight, 55-year-old Samuel Calderon, who is homeless, is charged with murder. The fatal fire at the Boston Sea courthouses was sparked by a gas explosion, and police and fire marshals believe it's because the suspect ripped the stove away, leaving a gas leak. The FDNY was already on the scene that night to investigate the gas odor on the 15th floor, and neighbors were alerted about a leak.
I didn't really pay too much attention to it until the explosion happened. And then I saw the firefighters running from outside the truck into the building. I said, okay, that was real.
Could you hear an explosion?
Oh, I felt it.
The fire raged into Saturday morning, leaving 15 people hurt and a 60-year-old man dead. He's been identified tonight as Ronald McAllister. Now, 5 days later, hundreds of residents of the Bivona Avenue building still can't go home. The building is dark, under vacate order, structurally damaged from the blast.
It's kind of messed up. Looking now everything that all the innocent people have to deal with.
More than 1,000 neighbors in the complex tonight don't have gas. They've been given hot plates.
Right now I'm coming from...
I told you guys the other day when nobody wanted to believe me. I told you the only way to really stop this situation is to turn the gas off from the main line, because once it's coming in from the end of a stove that's broken over, that flame that was shooting out was coming straight off the main line. There was no opening and closing that. Yeah, you could try to spray it down and overthrow the flame and hopefully it's gonna douse it, but the only best way to do it is just like when you got a gas lighter. You just turn it all the way down until it goes all the way out. Luckily, you may have that might be able to work. Or you turn the flame down as much as you can and then you hit it with the water. That was why I was saying what I was saying. Also, I've been putting in stoves myself for about 10 years and it's the worst thing that you can do and I hate doing it. Why? Because of the gas situation. I hate doing it. You have to have OSHA. You have to have all sorts of level improvements in order to do that. You have to know what you're doing, and it's not a game. So to all the people that lost their lives because of this foolish crackhead doing this stupidness, and all of the 14 people that got hurt, the one man that lost his life, I still feel that he needed his ass whooped. I don't care what nobody say. And that was the stupidest and most idiotic thing that anybody could do. I want to apologize for cursing right there, but I also want to pray for everybody that got hurt in this situation. And I'm glad that not more people got hurt in this situation. And I want to pray for the man that lost his life as well as the family members who may be affected. Amen. Just stupidity, like dumb crackhead move, like straight up crackhead. Stealing a stove and they saw you coming out the building with it. Oh, man.
I'm buying food for my sons because I can't cook. It takes about 4 hours to cook one pot of rice.
The 4-building former NYCHA complex has been under new management for a little more than a year and undergoing renovations. Tenants receive new appliances, including brand new stoves.
God bless you.
Sources tell us suspect Samuel
just right from the side. Boom! Yeah, you get over here. Okay, yeah, y'all got me. Come on, yeah, let's go. Soon as you said that dumb shit, boom! So what? Call me what you want. I don't care. Whatever.
Who didn't have anything else to say tonight, somehow got into his ex's apartment knowing she wouldn't be home. They believe he was planning to sell the stove to buy drugs. Neighbors who witnessed the deadly inferno feared the ongoing work, with complaints of cutting corners caused the leak.
I don't feel better that it happened the way it did. I'm just happy that it wasn't my initial thought.
My thoughts and prayers are with the person who lost their lives, the people who are now displaced and have to figure out how to start over. You know, it wasn't worth it. We know it wasn't worth it.
In the Eastchester section of the Bronx, Sonia Rincon, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
A crackhead, one crackhead made a move like that and so many people got displaced. He had his ass whooped, yo. Hope people in jail hear about that and find out who he is and they just whoop his ass. He needed his ass whooped. Soon as he came out and said, God bless you, 2 pieces in the biscuit. Yeah, officers, let's go. Y'all got me. Yo, Bugatti, yeah, man, I know. I'll probably be on a little bit of bail, whatever like that. Might not be able to do the show tomorrow, but I feel a little bit better, y'all. I apologize. We're going to talk about this on the show the day after. All right, let's go. Watch your head, Bugatti. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to be inside like this. Whatever, I see the pizza shop. I see the people over there. I feel better I feel better knocking into your shop. And I bet you they throw that case out too. Let's keep on moving forward. I'm going to say I was in shock. That's what I'm going to say. I was in shock, Your Honor. I'm crazy, just like everybody else do, damn it. Let's keep on moving forward. DSNY, they melting snow out there because we got piles of snow. I don't know if you guys know it, but we got some real snow out there. And this snow, if it hits us again, we're going to have a major issue. So what they're doing now, they've been pushing the snow down the street, and it's been making sure that everybody's got their cars now with these big canyons that you got to dig out your car every day. So everybody's driving around with a big shovel in their car in order to get in a spot or in order to get out of a spot. So you know now what DSNY is doing, they got these big machines that melt the snow and put the water down into the sewer. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. We're doing a lot of follow-up stories over here. We followed up on major occurrences all around the world. We followed up on as much as we could with Epstein. We got major updated information on everything that's going on. And my antics, and you guys, the #1 chat in YouTube history. Let's give yourselves a round of applause. Also, let's hit that like button because they don't know that we on right now. They got to know. That's how they find out. And do your boy a favor, subscribe to the channel already. Hit that notification bell down there so that you know when we're on. I really would appreciate it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
Aren't as pretty as they were on Sunday. And I'm saying Sunday because even on Sunday I started seeing it turn over into that signature gray color snow.
It's the color of the city right now. Gone is the covering of fluffy white powder.
First you have this, and then when they start pushing it to the sidewalk, you get the black globs that you do not want to even get next to. You have no idea what made these. Let's go.
Placed by the sludge right there that we all know too well. But this is what happens, of course, when you have millions of New Yorkers walking around, driving around every hour of every single day. You're going to get this.
And if we had temperatures that were near the freezing mark, what everybody's doing right now would work. The buildings would shovel it into the street, and it would melt a little bit in the street, and then they would plow it all away. But what people are doing now, because these temperatures are so cold, is they're just moving it from one place to the other. So you move it from in front of the building into the street, then they have to plow it or push it back again. It goes back to the edge of the street. So we're not making a lot of progress. You've got to move this snow completely out of the way. So do you store it? Do you melt it? We've got a lot of places that are actually doing both. But to leave it right where it is now is going to be dangerous for a lot of people. Eyewitness News reporter Jaysha Patel is in Lower Manhattan with a piece of equipment that we haven't seen for a while, Jaysha. And we were trying to think of the last time I saw it, but it's right behind you now.
Yeah, these snow melters, good morning, don't come out for every single storm, but for special occasions. And we had all of that snow coming in from that winter storm, and the roads may be plowed, but now we have these big piles of snow that are just sitting on the side of the road. And like you mentioned, we have below freezing temperatures, so it's not melting. So the Department of Sanitation, they actually have to step in to help, and that's what you're looking at right now, this big process. You can see them here behind me. And these snow melters, again, are not deployed for every storm, but we have so much leftover snow they have to manually melt it because of those below freezing temperatures that are continuing this week.
It is brick out there right now.
The snow has left messy conditions for New Yorkers trying to.
And you got to jump over that to get out in the street, to get on the bus, or to get on the sidewalk. That's how they do it. And the plows just keep on coming through. They keep on coming through and plowing you in. So now, hopefully those snow melters do something. And we got a little bit of information coming in from the Thunthadon of the week, or the Thunthadon of the month, the Thunthadon of the year. The governor, Kathy Hochul. Anything that she has to say, I gotta tell you guys, I take it as a joke, because she can't be serious, especially when she's trying to tell you and I how to shovel. And I'm telling you, like I told you guys in the beginning, this woman don't know her ass from her elbow. So now, here is Kathy Hochul with her version of how to shovel snow. She needs to be worried about a whole bunch of other stuff. And I would not take her advice at all, by the way, from you guys, just so you know.
Governor Kathy Hochul is concerned about her constituents following the major snowstorm.
If she was concerned about her constituents, she would have took the help and the assistance from the administration when they were trying to help her out. Instead, she didn't want to do it. And that means, and I'm sorry to tell you guys, not because of it wholly, but 10 people lost their lives over this last couple of days because of the temperatures in New York or the snowstorms and being outside.
That ripped through her state, the state of New York, and all of New England and all that. And a big chunk of the country from here to there. Just last weekend, big snowstorm. So she stepped in to save the day by trying to teach the people of New York how to properly do something that we all know she has no idea how to do herself.
Pro tips on shoveling from someone from Buffalo who knows. Just push it out of the way. Okay? See what I'm doing here? No strain on the back from doing that. Now when it gets a lot heavier, you're going to have to do a little bit more. Don't lift much. Just do it in smaller bits, okay? Little bits. You can do this. Don't do a big pile and fill this up because that can lead to a heart attack. You don't want that.
Well, that's a subject of some debate at this point, but you grew up in New England. You grew up shoveling snow. You know what snow is.
Yeah, no, this reminds me of like TV reporters who are in kayaking, and it's like one foot of rain, and they're just trying to make themselves feel like a big deal. And so these politicians they want to get a few more Twitter followers, and so then they post these types of videos.
I think y'all are being way too hard on the governor. Remember, this is the same one that introduced young black men like myself into the word computer. Remember, we didn't know how to use, we didn't know the word computer. And it was Kathy Hochul who was so concerned about, black boys in the Bronx who've never heard the word computer before. So this is right on brand for her to also shovel snow or shovel something.
Right. Well, much like all politicians, this is probably a 20-year-old staffer telling her, let's make this video and put it on social media. It's going to do really well. And she goes along with it.
And they're freezing in the snow, in the cold, filming with their iPhone.
Yes.
I checked it out. Gretchen Whitmer did the same thing last year, except she was pretending to rake someone else's snow as a good neighbor. So
or drinking a beer with
common
cold
cold weather.
Yeah. Remember Cory Booker when he was the mayor of Newark? He would go to residents' houses when their houses were burning, and he would go with the firefighters to fight those blazes.
I grew up in Chicago and New York, so we grew up with pickaxes going through the snow, and there were kids all over our neighborhood the last couple of days. Teams of kids with shovels, real dirt shovels and stuff out there shoveling the ice and snow.
Well, I'm lost pickaxes. Why do you need pickaxes?
Because the snow in Chicago, the snow and ice is so thick and heavy that a regular snow shovel is not nearly enough.
I'm not taking no pro tips from no Kathy Hochul on doing nothing. If she's ready to resign, that's the pro tip I'll take from her. What you guys got to say? Oliver, good luck with that. On Thursday, been to her last. Let's get 300 likes. Your boy moving that snow, trying to stay warm. There you go. We shovel sunshine here in Florida. Only a little longer. Okay, you guys, double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let's get them up. Let's get them up, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward because now we got a massive blaze that ripped through the French Alps and the ski resorts, you guys. Yeah, we're not always talking about New York. It actually also happened in the French Alps as in a hotel, in a resort. We got a massive blaze that ripped through the French Alps and a ski resort out there. As you guys can see, the firefighters are trying to break down the structure, separate it. This would be a terrible time to be booked at this ski resort right here, and this is going on. Yeah, so that's going on in the French Alps, you guys. I told you we go everywhere. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We're going to take it right back to the States right now. We got to get on over to local news where 1 is arrested and 2 lost their lives after this SUV carrying alleged car burglars was chased into Broward County. We're going to get on over to, I think we're going over to Miami, Florida right now, you guys. Always, never fails to provide content when it comes down to Florida. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It's a pretty tragic situation. I want you to see.
Update today after car burglary led to a deadly crash in Deerfield Beach.
2 men were killed after the car they were in plunged into a pond.
Now the driver is facing charges and went before a judge today.
And Local 10's Gabrielle Arzola joins us right now with what happened in court.
Christy, Eric, investigators say this started as a break-in and then turned deadly. And like you said, the only survivor now faced a judge just a few hours ago. Today, the Broward County Sheriff's Office say the driver responsible for crashing a car into a retention pond, which ultimately killed 2 people, faced a judge. In court, he was identified as 21-year-old Pledison Johnson Philibert and is being held on a slew of charges after investigators say he and 2 other men were caught trying to break into cars around 4 a.m. in this Deer Creek neighborhood in Deerfield Beach.
Multiple individuals were burglarizing unoccupied vehicles in this community.
Home surveillance video shows the moments before their plans took a deadly turn. You can see one man sprinting, then ducks under a parked car and throws up his hands, surrendering as deputies closed in. But when deputies got closer, the 3 sped off, but the chase didn't last long. Within moments, their car slammed into this retention pond.
They're probably about 40, 50 feet out in the middle of the canal, and they just went down with the vehicle, and they're not coming back up.
Philibert managed to escape and was immediately...
So one of them, Philibert, he was managed to escape. It's funny how the driver that's doing all this craziness got able to escape, and the rest of the people didn't.
Immediately arrested. 2 other men remained trapped inside that sinking SUV. Local 10 was on scene all day as the BSO dive team pulled one body from the water, and hours later, another body was recovered, as well as the getaway car. Residents were in shock.
It's scary. It's frightening. I can't believe.
How this all played out is still under investigation, but it's left many neighbors wondering how these suspects ended up driving right into the water.
They thought this was an exit, I'm assuming. You have 3 entrances into this community, but there's 2 of them are dead ends.
So we know now Philibert is being held on a $24,000 bond in Deerfield Beach. I'm Gabrielle Arzola, Local 10 News.
Oh man, we're gonna stay out
Never
there.
sue the other driver after a car.
We gotta stay out there because it never fails. We got a former deputy who's been charged with animal cruelty. We've been bringing these stories up this week because yes, we love our animals, but I still want to make sure that we open the scope on other things that go on as well. Their health, their well-being, security, and creeps like this person that we thought that's supposed to save and protect us. He's been charged with animal cruelty. And I think more people need to be charged with it if they get caught doing stuff like this. If you guys see somebody doing something to their dog, go ahead and tell it. I don't care if they call you a snitch. Call the police. Let's keep on moving. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Because you know what I would tell you to do? But in this case, I'd say call the authorities.
Guilty. That's the verdict for a former Manatee County deputy on trial in Hillsborough County for abusing his own dog.
Thank you, Monkey
News Channel 8's Eden Hodges joins us now live from the courthouse
Chi-Town
in Tampa with these late-breaking details.
Everybody, thank you so much for Monkey Brain. Only person looking out. He got 5 on it. We appreciate that 5. Thank you so much. Everybody say thank you. Appreciate it.
Eden.
Hey, Jen, yeah, the jury was shown video from the defendant's own backdoor camera. The prosecution saying that video proved that that former deputy was violent with his own puppy. State prosecutors say a former Manatee County deputy, Daniel Kajawa, beat his own dog to the point that it had broken ribs and a damaged heart and lungs.
Members of the jury, you only have to believe your eyes, and your ears, and the evidence.
The former deputy's now ex-girlfriend says she found concerning behavior on their back doorbell camera dating back months.
Miss Long, why didn't you call the police on December the 9th?
I was afraid of what Dan would do. She waited until he was out of town to file a report. The defense argues that the actions seen in the videos are part of disciplining the new puppy, and that Kajawa wouldn't have been around for the abuse considering he was also working overtime as a deputy dealing with the fallout from the hurricanes in the fall of 2024.
This has nothing to do with Mr. Kajawa injuring these dogs. This is Miss Long's chance to get at Mr. Kajawa for breaking up with her.
The prosecution claims that Kajawa lost his temper with the dog and punched it repeatedly in its body, causing the injuries that the veterinarian found. They say the injuries they found were in multiple different stages of healing, saying that the abuse was intentional and ongoing.
Hold him responsible for the decisions he made and the actions he took and the injuries that he caused to an animal who sat there and took it.
The jury found him guilty on aggravated animal abuse charges. He was sentenced to 270 days in jail with a 36 month, probation and a $2,500 fine. On top of that, he will no longer be allowed to own a pet and he'll have to register in the pet abuse registry. In Tampa, I'm Eden Hodges, 8 on your side.
Those are the type of people right there that need to be picketed outside the jail. There need to be letters written to every inmate telling them what they did. Because I don't know no inmate cuckoo, crazy, or sane that wouldn't whoop his ass if they ain't hear about what he did. Same way they whoop his ass for what he did to a kid. I have no remorse for him going to jail. I wish he was able to get more time. I want to pray to the Lord right now and hope that your dog, your heavenly angel, because that's what I look at them as angels that you sent down here to us to help us get through this life, is doing much better and is not sick or hurt. He found a good home to go to, and he's not conditioned and scared and under severe strain from all of the pain that he went through. Because as they said, it was several different stages of healing that the animal was going through, which means that this was going on for a while, no matter what the defense is trying to say. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because our animals are our family as well. Let's get on over to Des Moines. We got this superintendent that admits to lying about citizenship and having a pow-pow. Yep, he had a really powerful position as well. Let's keep on moving, y'all.
Former Des Moines school superintendent pleaded guilty in federal court today to lying about employment details and for possessing a gun as an illegal alien.
And he will find out how much prison time he will serve in May. KCCI senior reporter Todd Megel was in court today for the plea hearing. Todd?
As Stacey, Ben, there are no cameras allowed in federal court, but I can say that Roberts looked and sounded the same as he did before his arrest back in September. Now, the big difference, he was dressed in the green and gray striped jail uniform that he wears as an inmate in the Polk County Jail. 2 federal marshals escorted Ian Roberts into the courtroom at the new federal courthouse downtown Thursday morning. The courtroom was filled with some of Roberts' friends. We also noticed about a dozen federal agents dressed in plain clothes in the audience. The judge asked Roberts to confirm he is pleading guilty to 2 federal charges. He spoke loudly and clearly, saying he did make a false statement to the Des Moines School Board in 2023.
And his lawyer didn't want to take that hit. His lawyer don't like losing.
That he was a U.S. citizen, so they would hire him as a superintendent.
So he lied and said he was a citizen.
Also pleaded guilty to possessing 3 firearms as an illegal alien. We spoke with Roberts' attorney, Alfredo Parrish, outside the courthouse after the hearing. Why did he plead guilty?
I won't go into that because he said he was guilty. Yeah, he had done these things. I mean, they don't thrill you, but these are things that he did. He wants to accept responsibility for it.
And what does the guilty plea get him?
We have to wait to sentencing.
We asked Professor Allison Guernsey about Roberts' guilty plea. She's a federal defense expert at the University of Iowa College of Law.
The benefit of the bargain is going to be that the government is agreeing not to bring any additional charges because they don't agree to dismiss any of the 2 charges that he's currently facing.
Court documents show a person believed to be Roberts' wife bought him a gun in 2019. Roberts was considered an ICE fugitive because he was subject to a final removal order issued in 2024. The plea deal says there would be no further federal prosecutions in the Southern District of Iowa against Roberts or other persons.
I would say this is not one of the happiest moments of my legal career, which has been pretty long.
Parrish is used to his clients winning in court. He told the judge how he would have defended Roberts if he had not pleaded guilty, but that is not to be.
Sentencing will be the day that will be most important, that we will bring out, we believe, factors that could impact his sentencing.
We also asked Professor Guernsey about when or if Roberts could be deported.
He will be required to serve that federal sentence before immigration is allowed to take custody of him.
Yeah, he definitely getting deported. He was supposed to get deported already, and he already had a leave order. See, that's what I'm saying. People get an order to leave, they overstay, Then now he done got himself even more jammed up. Not even for the job that he had, but for the pow-pows because you were illegal and you had that. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, to the ghost students now. That's right, ghost students. I guess people said, you know what? People going to school online, why don't I make some AI students up and act like they really attending college so I can get that money? People think of everything. Ghost students? Are you serious right now? They was making AI students? Oh my God.
Scammers are stealing tens of millions of dollars in college financial aid. They're increasingly using artificial intelligence and forcing colleges and the U.S. Department of Education to bolster their fraud detection systems. Investigative reporter Chapadelli has been working to uncover how local colleges have been impacted.
So you say you're going to University of Phoenix online and all you do is have an AI robot that's acting like it's you. All you need to do is maintain a C or whatever like that, and you got the program doing that. They think of everything.
Criminals create what are called ghost students to steal taxpayer money, and they prey largely on community colleges due to their open enrollments. As higher education rushed to establish online enrollment, it exposed vulnerabilities.
It really does make you pause and say, okay, there's a real problem here, and we need to do something about it.
Vice President of Recruitment and Admissions at Delaware County Community College, Gina Macklin, says more than 500 ghost students enrolled in her college in 2023.
Have you been able to quantify how much money was stolen from the U.S. government in 2023 from those 500 applicants?
No, I'll say this. I'm not at liberty to say.
Here's how the scheme goes down. Scammers begin with stolen social security numbers and other identifying information and create synthetic identities that blend between real and fabricated personal details. They submit applications, enroll in minimal classes online, and then apply for loan and grant money that's sent to bank accounts controlled by the scammers.
You are stealing money from students that could actually use this money. You're stealing someone's identity.
And taking away class spots from legitimate students. In 2025, Community College of Philadelphia had more than 600 fraudulent applications, roughly 5% of all applicants. The school had to pay back the U.S. Department of Education more than $600,000 doled out to ghost students.
Oh yeah, anywhere that there's a way to do it, they're gonna do it. Nobody thinking like that. An AI student, let's just maintain a C. And that's all you need to keep on getting that money in. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We do this every single day. I love to go find information for you just like that. Let's keep on moving forward to New York. And if I can jump the turnstile, I'm gonna do it. If I can save $3, that's right, you guys. They're doing whatever they gotta do now. They're calling it the Turnstile Olympics. They're doing the Samba. They're doing everything that they can do. Going over, sliding behind you, anything that they can do. What can they do though to stop these evasions from going on? Do you think that they can actually stop people from hopping a train? I wanna know in the comments. If you really think that there's a way to get people to stop from hopping the train, I wanna see a thumbs up. Yeah, we can get them to get stopped. If we keep on moving, find a better turnstile, ultimately, there's a way to get them to stop hopping. But if you don't think that there's a way to get people to stop hopping that train in New York, making sure not paying their fare, give me a thumbs down. I want to see what the ratio is up in here. Let's keep on going.
Commuters not paying their fare is a growing problem across the country, but nowhere is it worse than here in New York. It's estimated almost half of all riders don't pay, resulting in $1 billion in lost revenue. Now, new measures are being tested out to stop fare beaters, but are they working? Here's Ann Ricagliano.
These dudes was crawling on the ground.
Can anything stop them? They climb over. They even slide below. Flagrant fare evaders are everywhere on the New York City subway, despite authorities installing an arsenal of new devices to combat the problem. Many of the old turnstile bars are getting a makeover with the installation of these paddles to prevent fare dodgers from jumping over.
Somebody said not the belly crawl.
And these new plastic door gates seem to be impenetrable. So, are they? Apparently not. One after the other at this station near Times Square, the paddles didn't seem to stop these fare jumpers. This woman crawls right underneath.
With Inside Edition, you didn't pay your fare, right?
And those plastic door gates? We watched as these fare evaders outsmarted the gates. Their trick? The first guy pays the fare while the two behind slide past before the gates close. No. But at least they got kicked out by cops. These subway riders are already making a mockery of the plastic gates by filming fare-beating hacks and posting them online. Danny Fisher even put on what he calls the Fare Evasion Olympics to show the ineffectiveness of the new plastic gates.
We're here for New York City's very first fare.
You remember we showed you the Fare Olympics the other day, guys. I just want to let you know, I don't think that they're going to be able to stop it. If they ain't got the dough, they're going to get home. They're going to get on them trains and they're going to figure out. That station got one. Don't think that they won't walk to the next station and get on the next train. Do your boy a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up if y'all appreciate the content. That's crazy right there, right? Houston, we got a team. Now, do I want to do that? Nah, I don't want to do that. I want to keep it cool. Now, let's keep on moving forward. Yeah, we got this. Nope, not doing that neither. Not doing that one neither. Stop it. And that's enough. Murder suspects and all that crazy stuff. We're going to go up to Wake Up America. We got a growing number of families who've been impacted by immigrant crimes. They're asking America to wake up. I didn't want to do this story, but it's important. And I do feel the same way because they keep on saying what's going on in the wrong way about people getting arrested and they're feeling bad for people. But at the same time, you need to really know what's going on out here. So sometimes you really need to wake up to what's happening out here. Everybody is not like this. I repeat, all illegal or all immigrants are not like this, but many are. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, guys.
As we know, we've spent a lot of time covering the debate about immigration policy in the U.S. and the protests over its enforcement.
Yeah, but we can't forget about the people and families who've been victimized by criminals who are here illegally. Newsmax crime correspondent Jason Matera has the part of the story that's not getting enough attention. Take a look.
I don't know how you get past knowing that it didn't have to happen if that person hadn't been here illegally.
The body of Jennifer Boss's daughter, Megan, was found on the property of Jose Luis Mendoza Gonzalez, an illegal alien from Mexico. Authorities say her corpse was dumped in a garbage bin and doused with bleach. Despite the brutality of the alleged crime, an Illinois judge released Mendoza Gonzalez last April after he was arrested. ICE was forced to step in. Another family nearly became the next tragic headline. On January 7th, an 8-year-old girl was reportedly sent to the hospital after a rock smashed through the window of her school bus and fractured her skull. The suspect is Hernando Garcia Morales, an illegal alien from Mexico, who has been living in the sanctuary state of New Jersey. And while that incident was a close call, this one was not. Military veteran Jimmy Friesenhot was working security at a local bar in May 2025 when he was allegedly shot by Wilmer Vladimir Ruiz Ortega, an illegal alien from Honduras. Jimmy's family now says that he's severely disabled for life.
Outraging about deportations. Where's the outrage for my brother? Where's that outrage? He's just a story to them. How else do we protect ourselves?
That question, how do we protect ourselves, has a clear answer from the Trump administration. Remove people who shouldn't be here in the first place. People like Carlos Antonio Flores Miguel. Federal officials say Flores Miguel is an illegal alien from El Salvador, and a convicted rapist who had already been deported. ICE arrested him again in Minnesota on January 20th, despite ongoing obstruction to enforcement operations in the state. But that kind of obstruction is incomprehensible to families left burying their children.
I had to fight so hard to get justice for her because we have these twisted ideological politics that have invaded our safety.
Mark, Charla, it's always difficult to interview families impacted.
So I just wanted to, I know it's more there, you guys. This is Jason Mantera, crime correspondent. Growing number of families impacted by the illegal migrant crimes. Wake up, America. Because you keep on hearing those stories about, oh, the children, and when the children go home from school and their parent is not home anymore, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, some of those people, they're not just doing all the good stuff. They're not really doing really good things out there, you guys. Got some real bad criminals that need to be locked up and taken out of our country, period. But they got to serve their time. I'm always good for that. They need to serve their time, and hopefully they're really old and feeble so that they can't even try to come back over here when we send them back. Just double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate that, you guys. I really would appreciate it. Let's get on over to Los Angeles. And do me a favor, can we get those likes up? Let's get on over to Los Angeles, because it ain't over. Thought you ain't like the beat. Told you ain't over. Groove me. We got a serial windshield smasher in Los Angeles, and he strikes again. That's right. A serial windshield smasher. I don't know why somebody would be doing something like this. I mean, got to be a thunder as far as what I'm concerned, because you ain't got to be doing nothing like this unless something is wrong with you. And if somebody was to do this to my car, I don't care if they're mental, they're lucky. He gonna catch it.
Footage Silver Lake is on edge after a suspect shatters several car windshields, causing damage and frustration. Some of the vandalism caught on camera. This isn't the first time.
Residents are understandably angry and want something to be done. Rachel Manitoff is live in Silver Lake now with reaction to the vandalism from victims in a story you'll see only on 5. Rachel?
Come outside and see somebody doing that to your car?
Sure, Micah, a lot of people kind of woke up in a bind, not knowing how they were going to get to work or scrambling to borrow a car from a family member. Luckily, this person hasn't physically hurt anyone, but he's definitely been destructive. A Silver Lake windshield smasher strikes again.
It's just so indiscriminate.
Yeah, you heard that right. This man has been seen on at least 2 different surveillance cameras on 2 different occasions. Once back in November and as recently as this past Saturday. Here he is around 4 a.m. loitering at the corner of Bellevue and Tularosa Drive. He grabs a chunk of sidewalk concrete and unleashes, smashing his way through 2 parked cars. And he does the same thing on parallel streets, damaging at least 7 cars, including Mesa Deals.
As I was walking up, there were 2 other cars on the street who had also been smashed that night. So I saw those 2, and so I was kind of anticipating that maybe it would have happened to my car. And sure enough, when I walked up to it, it was all smashed in.
It's just completely random. Sylvia Prieto says her sister.
That's what the crazies are doing. And then you know what I also noticed, because they dirty and they nasty, they'll eat something and leave everything everywhere, all in the train station and all around. They just filthy and nasty. I don't got no respect for them, because even though you're homeless and you're going through stuff, don't mean that you have to act out on people like that or take out your craziness on people that's, oh, he got a car, I'm mad. Or I just want to get crazy. Everybody's doing better than me, so I think I want to just damage their property. Don't care about that. He needs to be arrested and found. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because that was stupid. We got the situation over here. We got to get these police that recognize a woman that had a warrant. Had the nerve. She had a warrant. So let's put this together. First, she has a warrant. Then she goes to a televised town hall, and she starts to speak at the town hall. What do you guys think happened after that? All I'm gonna tell you is, this here, I don't know what made her think to do this, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. It wasn't that smart of her, because yeah, that was a dumb move on her behalf.
A Berkeley City Council meeting ends with an arrest in the hallway when a police officer noticed a complaining citizen is wanted.
Only Fox Files investigator Chris Hayes talked with a police officer who arrested the woman in this unusual case.
It was at a Berkeley City Hall meeting this month when a woman who's wanted on domestic assault and armed criminal action charges showed up here to complain to the city council. You can see the moment officers realize.
Are you kidding me? Is my reaction, because we were trying to get her to come talk to us, and she just refused.
Berkeley Police Major Steve Runge recognized the wanted woman when she spoke at the January 12th City Council meeting.
She wants to be civic and get her civic argument in. She don't got no time to be answering no warrants and no federal questions from you detectives. Talk to my lawyer, damn you.
Not only that, complained about the police. And I'm like, lady, you're wanted by the police.
The city's recording is out of focus, but you can still see Major Runge on the right texting other officers she's there.
Notice how it starts to get thick behind her. The officers know what's up.
And two officers in the back get up to be ready.
My concern was to take her into custody without an issue, without any drama.
Which they did in the hallway outside. A St. Louis County probable cause statement says Jamesia Moore stepped.
No. Just can't get around her name now. Jamesia. Can't get around Jamesia. Because if it ain't Jamesia, it's Jawakatima. Yes, I have a Jawakatima, Jamesia, Shanae, one of those names. Kendra Bisha, or you know what I'm saying, Thomasina. You know what I'm saying, with the son, the father name is Thomas, but he want the daughter to have a name that's a little feminine. So he say, no, name her Thomasina.
Stabbed her boyfriend in October 2025 and then was captured on video, reportedly saying, quote, "You're lucky I did not stab you in the bleeping chest."
When you stab somebody, that's about as serious as it gets, just short of murder.
Shout out to the Berkeley Police Department, who were really on top of their game, very aware.
St. Louis County Prosecutor Melissa Price-Smith says she's never seen anything quite like this.
She had refused to go to the police department to speak with them. It's actually quite surprising, though, that she then appeared at the Berkeley City Council meeting 2 months later on a completely different matter.
You can run, but you can't hide.
We also called the defendant's attorney for a comment and have not heard back. For the Fox Files, I'm Chris
He
Hayes.
ain't got nothing to say about that case. You call him about something else that he got control of. Because he has absolutely no control of that defendant right there. He is not picking up that call, believe me. He ain't picking that up because he knows she about to lose. That was the dumbest thing you could possibly do. You go to a warrant, you got a warrant, and you go somewhere where you know police is going to be at. Oh, man, she got what she deserved. Watch your head. And now she in the back like that. I thought I was just coming to a public meeting. I had a couple of civic complaints. Oh, man, I wish I was eating Chinese food tonight. Oh, look, is that a Domino's over there? Oh, God, I wish I was that person. Yep, that's what she's feeling. And that's what you get when you're a thunderer. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. I really would appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell down there when so that you know we're on. And give me all the money in your pockets right now. Nope, I'll take it in likes. Let's get those likes up. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got a Los Angeles video of a Waymo going out of control. And they wanted to make sure that you understood or thought that this one was not driven by a human. They're basically saying a human was driving this Waymo. It had nothing to do with us. This guy is the one that did it.
Now to that rogue Waymo in Echo Park. The out-of-control vehicle slammed into several cars. The whole thing was caught on camera. CBS LA assignment editor Mike Rogers at the desk. What the company is saying about their Waymos tonight.
Yeah, you know, Pat, the first thing they want you to know is that this car was actually being driven by a person and was not in the autonomous mode when this whole ordeal happened. This is one of their new fleets. This is the van. It's called a Zeekr van. That's the company that provides the car. Waymo is in the testing process of those vans when something obviously went terribly wrong here. You see,
now they say when you're trying to get something, when you make a cake, you got to break some eggs. In this case, I guess they breaking other people's property.
The car in the Echo Park area over the weekend, going up on the grass, hitting a sign, and bouncing off several parked cars. This is video from just moments after the collision where somebody is helping the driver out of the car and putting him on the sidewalk there. Waymo says they're looking into this, trying to figure out exactly what happened. They'll make the necessary reports to the proper oversight authorities if needed. But they say that the car, again, was being driven in a manual mode and it was not autonomously being operated at the time. Still, though, a lot of damage was done. This guy right here who gave us that security camera video says it nearly hit him.
So this car coming straight to me, and then I just run. I just ran for my life because I was between two cars smashed.
He also said his mom was standing right there. He had to push her out of the way before that Waymo van came tumbling down the street.
Looked like the Waymo van did a little good lawn care over there, took that grass down about 2 feet. You seen that, right? That grass went down. A little bit of good lawn work it did at least, right? I'm just laughing because nobody got hurt, you guys. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. Out of control Waymo. They probably told the driver, look, we know it was in autonomous mode, but you're going to say it wasn't. You're going to say it was your fault, right? Because we don't want no problems. So we got you, but we're going to say that you were driving it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. What happens next at this Boca Raton nurse now that she's been fired for what she said about I want to say her name correctly, about the Speaker of the House. What's going to happen next to her? Not the Speaker. She speaks for our president. I'm so sorry. They say her name all of the time. But what's going to happen next for her, since she's the one that put these comments out?
Making headlines, a Boca Raton nurse fired over comments she made outside of work is now pushing back. At the same time, Florida's Attorney General is moving to revoke her.
Carolyn Levitt. This is the nurse that made the negative comments about Carolyn Levitt. She lost her job. Let's see what else is going on.
Her license, and is also taking action against another nurse over their remarks. The situation raising questions about free speech and professional standards in healthcare. CBS 12 reporter Katie Benty is live tonight over in Palm Beach County with the breakdown.
Well, Jim, this Boca Raton nurse continues to speak very publicly online, but Lexi Lawler has declined comment to CBS 12 News, and because of the profane and graphic language, we did censor much of what you're about to hear.
They murdered a man in Minnesota, and you motherfucker coming after me because I used bad language? You!
That's Lexi Lawler, the Boca Raton labor and delivery nurse fired after a viral TikTok. She's now responding to the backlash.
I'm on the right side of this. You.
Lawler lost her job at Baptist Health Boca Raton Regional Hospital after posting graphic comments about pregnant White House Press Secretary Caroline Levitt.
I hope that you rip from bow to stern and never normally again, you.
Her husband has since launched a GoFundMe calling the firing retaliation for political speech and raising money for a possible lawsuit. But
now you see how she tried to be slick and put the dog in the picture for the GoFundMe? The dog don't know no better. He in the picture like, yeah, this bitch is foul. He just got me in this picture because I'm her dog. Don't even believe anything that this bitch is saying. Yeah, don't try to put the dog in the picture to get money with the GoFundMe. Should have been thinking about that when you said what you said.
Legal experts say free speech has limitations in some workplaces.
As a private employer, there are no First Amendment rights.
Lawler isn't alone. In the past year, healthcare workers in Kentucky, Georgia, and Virginia have been fired over controversial political posts. Now, a Miami nurse is also under scrutiny. Eric Martindale denies a post alleging that he would refuse care to MAGA supporters. Still, Attorney General James Uthmeier is calling for both nurses' licenses to be revoked.
These people should not have a license. If you're going to make threats saying because somebody's a Republican.
While losing a license is far less common, experts say it does happen.
One essential criteria you want from a healthcare worker is to pretend to be, at least, concerned about your safety and well-being.
And she's basically, if they don't do something about it, I think that's kind of like she's making a statement for them by having their license. Now you're making it, you must be, we stand behind what you're saying, especially since you went public so many millions of people can see that. Just like somebody in the chat said, now you ain't got no job and now you're about to be homeless. And that's what she get. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, you guys. That's what she deserved. Thank you so much, Jeff. Let's keep on moving forward because we got this pizza delivery man who probably feels like a lot of different pizza delivery men. I want to know you guys' take on this next story. Do you believe that if a delivery man comes out into the snow, treks out across your driveway, and delivers you a nice, warm, crispy pizza with pepperoni on it and all of the toppings that you ordered, that you should give him a decent tip? I'm talking about storming outside. Does he deserve a tip? You guys let me know what you think about this next clip. Let's keep on moving forward to this delivery man. He's a little bit angry about the way that he got treated, and I don't know if I'm not kind of in agreement with him a little bit here. Here we go.
A Domino's pizza guy is making a delivery in the middle of Winter Storm Fern. He patiently waits for the customer to open the door.
He's got it in a warm pack and everything. It's about to be all, you know what I'm saying, like, when it's just hitting right. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Well, does he deserve a tip? Yes, he does. Absolutely, of course. That's right. Yes, I do. He risked his life for the foot now, tip now, mandatory said hi. Thank you too much. Thank you so much, you guys. Do your boy a favor. Let's get those 60 likes up because I want you guys to see what's going on. We got our co-family in the chat. We got our family and members up in the chat right now saying that we need 60 more likes. And I think that you guys can do it. I got a feeling we can get those likes up right now. Come on, guys. The next time I look, let us say we need 5 more likes. Come on, let's get this 60 going. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's see what's up with this tip and what you think. Thumbs up if you think you should get a tip. Thumbs down if, hey, it's just part of your job. Thumbs up, deserves a tip. Thumbs down, it's just part of your job.
Come in. He gives the homeowner the receipt to sign, and when he gets it back, he realizes there's no tip. So he walks away with the pizza.
You can come get it. We're not delivering for no tips today.
The delivery guy heads right back to his car.
He said, you can come get it. We're not delivering for no tips today. Do you think he was right?
Leaving the hungry customer
Thumbs up,
stunned.
thumbs up,
At
thumbs
first,
up.
he's confused.
One thumbs
Come get it from
down.
your car? So we're gonna have to come to the store.
He said, what do you mean? You want me to come to your car to get it? He said, no. You got to come to the store to get it. What do you guys think? Think that was a good move right there? Hell no, hell no. Ha, ha, ha. What happened to you? You're supposed to talk about religion and pop. Okay, wrong. Uh-oh. Let's keep on going. Let's go. Y'all ready? Let's keep on moving.
Pick it up.
And here's the customer, Jalen Howard, who lives 20 miles outside D.C. I just had to ask, did you really not leave a tip for the pizza delivery guy in the middle of a snowstorm? He says not so, that he was all set to give the delivery guy a very generous $15 tip in cash on a $29 order.
So when he came, you know, we did the transaction or whatever. I got the receipt and I signed for it, and he snatched it out of my hand and walked.
I don't believe him. Looking at the roof of his car, that's just that. You know what that is to me? That's similar to the smoke alarm going off in your house. Beep, chirp, chirp. Look at the sunroof of this brother's car. I mean, the interior of the roof of his car. As you can see, it looks like it's possibly an old beat up, let's say Honda Accord trying to be nice, Corolla, whatever. As you can see, there's already indentations of the material from the ceiling coming down. He didn't even glue that back up. That's number one. Number two, brother, it was plain to see that he gave you the credit, or gave you the piece of paper and you signed it and it had no tip. We didn't see any cash coming to the scenery there, my brother. So I don't believe you. I think you was about to say, hell with it, go in there and try to bust down that pizza, and now you're feeling bad about it because you got caught, allegedly. Let's go.
Walked away.
And one more thing, did he ever get that pizza?
Yeah, I got the pizza. Another guy came out. We're not delivering for no tips today.
We reached out to Domino's, but did not hear back.
You see that, right? He said, somebody in the chat said, nobody deserves a tip. You serious? Why is that? Why would you say that? Nobody deserves a tip. No tip, perfect move. I think it was a good move. Somebody said no tip, though. Why no tip? You don't deserve it? Trekking out on all that snow? Okay, you can have your opinions. I ain't mad at you. But what you think about a mountain lions? You like mountain lions? That's the hilarious part of me. How the hell you go from pizza to mountain lions, Bugatti? Just wanted to know. You like mountain lions? It's like when this guy's trying to date a girl and he don't know what to talk about. He just woke up with the wrong line like, how you doing? I'm Ronnie. So say, you like mountain lions? What? What the hell are you talking about? Anyway, let's get on over to San Francisco right now where we got a mountain lion that's been captured after he's been prowling around the neighborhood of San Francisco. Some say she is glad. One said that she is glad that she didn't get to her animals and friends and little pets. But yeah, I don't think that he likes gorditas. You know, I don't think this mountain lion is gonna go after her. I don't think he likes those. What they call them, the big Mexican girls, the chan. I forgot what they call them, but I think she's pretty safe.
Of a young woman on a metro bus this month was denied bond today. Dramatic security camera video was played in court, apparently showing 17-year-old Braden Smith firing the shot that killed.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, you guys. That's the wrong one. I'm not trying to go out on no bad stuff. I'm sorry, you guys. Where we at with this mountain lion? I apologize for that. Let's get into this mountain lion situation. Sorry about that.
Days, a 2-year-old has been seen terrorizing the streets of San Francisco.
They determined it was a 2-year-old male. It weighed roughly about 77 to 78 pounds.
A 2-year-old mountain lion.
Oh my God.
That's video, not a photo. She's videotaping, standing there with this mountain lion.
Was spotted Sunday night wandering the streets of an upscale neighborhood and then again Monday morning.
This is normal for a male to leave his mother and go claim its own territory.
Tiffany Yap says she came eye to eye with the big cat.
We locked eyes for over 5 minutes. Was actually really honored that the mountain lion didn't eat me.
The animal
I don't think he likes...
was found hiding in a garden between apartment buildings yesterday.
They determined that it needed to be tranquilized several times.
Vets with the San Francisco Zoo were called to examine the puma at the scene. Neighbors, locals, even other felines looking on as officials captured the mountain lion and took it away in a crate.
And I hope that, they're able to bring him to a place where it's more natural for him or her.
San Francisco rarely sees mountain lions, but coyotes are relatively common. So common, in fact,
where he'll be released.
That one walked right behind a reporter for our San Francisco station. There it is during her live report about the mountain lion.
He was ready for his exclusive interview.
Yo, that's crazy right there. So I guess y'all in San Francisco, y'all done intruded on the mountain lion's property. Because that's how I look at it. I don't look at it as being the human's property. I look at it as that property belongs to the mountain lions and the coyotes. You guys just built up your stuff over here. Because we was here first. And in that case, you might have to share it. Let's double tap that screen and keep those likes going. You guys, I really appreciate it. We probably need a little bit more to get to that 400 mark. I'd appreciate it if we can get there. Because I got something else for you. It's not over. It ain't over. Have you ever played with an elk? Yeah. Have you ever played with an elk? Basketball, football, soccer? Well, it ain't my fault. Because I know some kids over here that had a good time playing with an elk the other day. It seemed like they was having a real good time throwing the ball back and forth. I think they was having a great day. We got some kids in the backyard over here. This is a moment between an elk and a boy. It's kind of pure magic. I think it's really cool. He immediately started kicking the ball around. You're not going to believe how smart this damn elk is. And even passed the ball back to the boys. Humans and animals sharing the world with kindness. He scored. He definitely scored, you guys. He scored over here, especially with us when it's got to do with our bottom line. Guess who else is scoring? That's right. You know it. The motion in the water, it makes his legs move much faster. That's right, you guys. Lynn and Nova back at Aqua Therapy. I know we're going overtime, but I don't care. Good stories, good spirits, good love. Let's get into it, you guys. Big shout out to Lynn and Nova. That's right, he's back in the Aqua Tank. Let's go. Nova, you guys. Or as we know him over here, Supernova. Springtime, I got him. I think springtime is going to be it.
Oh, the mom just had to give it to you. Just it's okay, Bolton. It's okay, Bolton. Walk out. This is your chance to walk. Come on. This is your chance to walk. Come on, get away from me. This is your chance to walk. Do it. Come on. This is your chance to walk. Do it. Come on. There you go. Yes. Yeah. That's your chance to walk. Keep going. Come on, Mama. Actually, come on. Right in some of this water. You're walking. I'm making you walk. We're doing it. Come on. Come on, Mama. There you go. You got it. Look at that. Come on. Come on. Keep going. You keep going. Come on. Keep going. Come on. Yes. Yes. This is walking. This is walking. Come on, buddy. Come on. Let's go. Come on, Bubba. I know, we're going to feel those feet on the ground. You go. Come on. You got it.
I believe with a mother like Lynn, she could have had a boxer out there. She's in the crowd talking about, come on, Bougie. Come on, Bougie. Knock him out for mama. You'd be out there like, I'm going to knock you out for my mama. Don't play with me. Boop. You'd be done having Mike Tyson on your hands with a coach like that. That's right, you guys. We got nothing but love for Lynn and Nova, and that's why we always share it over here. But if you're trying to make some money, hit that link in the description for you to be able to make up to $550. 2 surveys in the link in the description, and you guys will be able to make some money. I'll make some money too. Also, you got a business, you're trying to promote your business and get it out there. Well, guess what? We have almost 70,000 subscribers that you can put your advertisement in front of. But you got to be subscribed to the channel or a member. That's right, you guys, either or. And you can send your promos over to us. We'll put them up on our post notification area so everybody can see them and maybe drive more business for you guys and get your word out there on what you guys got going on. We share with the love, share with the demographic, and share with our platform. We're friends and family over here, and if it wasn't going down like that, it would be no fun. Just like they say, it ain't no fun if my homies can't have none. It ain't no fun if my homies can't have none. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And what's coming up to have fun with once this weather breaks? The Show Your Talent Search. That's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. And who's going to be there as my DJ? DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. Now, that's my DJ. So what we got going on, you guys? We got a talent show going on called Show Your Talent. Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. You guys will all be able to come and be a part of the talent show. And now, since I thought about it, I said, how come the people online can't go? How come they can't from other states? All you got to do is press that button, boom, and you'll be in a chance to be a part of the Show Your Talent Search. That's right. We're still getting people together. You're not late. We still got a ton of time. We're still looking for Brooklyn locations as well as the Bronx. So don't worry about it. We're still going to be out there doing these in stores and making sure that we get the talent out and find out who's good. Once you win at one of these locations, it's boom, $250 to you or to your group. And once we get everybody together, all 5 boroughs, one group or one person will make $1,000. That's right, you guys. It's the Big Drip Talent Show Your Talent Search. Big BOOGOTTINYC. I am the host. And again, it's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. You want to be a part of this talent show? You want to show your talent? All you got to do is go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's and 2 P's. Go to the first page, put your email address in there for notifications, and you'll know where we're going to be at. That's right, you guys. It's Thursday. One more day to the weekend. We've got a couple of raffles and things coming up. Got Kendra Walker and Liberty that came up with a few ideas that we may be doing a couple of raffles on some of our sweatshirts and some of our swag that we got around here. So we'll be doing raffles maybe on a few keychains. You guys are going to be asked a few questions about maybe something that we watched in a video. If you get it right, we'll be able to send you guys promos and things like that. We've also got our decals, which I stuck on side of this coaster, is a decal that can actually go on top of anything. So if you like, you can go to the website and get one of our decals. It's really cheap. I think it's $1.99. Keychains are only about $3.99. We try to stay, monetizable because we really want the products to get out so more people have them. I would love to know that Liberty and all of these guys have these stickers and this stuff that has to correlate with the show. It just means and lets me know that you guys really appreciate the show. That's why it's not always about the money, it's about the community. That's what we like to share over here, the community. And with that being said, you guys know what we got to do, because we can't leave up out of here without getting those prayers together. So who we praying for this morning? For great health, for security, for family to be in good health and good spirits. Also for all of the animals. That's right. Number one, just because I said that, I'm going to say Mark Dorfman with the Shank Sanctuary. Also Jeffrey Spilker, Can't forget about liberty and justice. We're going to talk to Miss Swans and pray for her, as well as Batty Lynn. Okay, who else we got up in here? Sky, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Audrey. We got Jay Cricket, who we always love to pray for. We got Jay Woods up in the building, Jeffrey Spilker. I see Sky, also Audrey. Everybody that's under the sound of my voice, even if you're not here, Sam Champion, Tim Najen, everybody else, Casey and all of you guys, just want to make sure you know, amen. And with that being said, it's Thursday, y'all. One more day to Friday. We're going to be here at 6 o'clock to do it all over again. I hope you enjoyed the show. I know I did. And I'll see you guys early. Not 1, not 2, 3, or 4, or 5. But at 6 o'clock, we're going to get it in again. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, get 'em! Peace.